about the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations. And as things get...
Kevin, thanks. Last season...
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward. Now here's Embiid. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Simmons. Goes back up. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Simmons got the game going with his first points of the game for the 76ers. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 6 teams, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Curry on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. Count it.
That's the savvy veteran Green. He's able to spot when his teammates aren't being covered. That's a nice read right there.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Holiday against Simmons. Fades and shoots. That one off the back iron and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Curry passes to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
It's easy to admire Embiid. I mean, the game seems to come so easy to the big fella, especially when it comes to dunking.
In the corner, Middleton with it. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Now here's Embiid. He's coming off a 40-point game against Utah.
It was his rebound that stood out even more than me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Rejected by Harris.
Oh, he's known for his offense more than defense. Harris plays with the high motor, and he likes to make plays.
Embiid kicks to Harris. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz checked in for Green. Shake Milton comes in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Antetokounmpo. And yes, it's good.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here's Milton. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah. Maxey passes to Embiid. Lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got 8 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Harris.
And attacking with all that length. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Howard comes in for Joel Embiid, and Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Harris. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Bucks. Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Thybulle. And it's blocked. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. And stolen by Howard. And here's the fast break. Pass to Milton. Augustine, that's good.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Maxey passes to Howard. The pass to Maxey. And foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Korkmaz. And so it's Philadelphia ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have.
For me, it comes with.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Howard is out there with Korkmaz. Then it's Shake Milton. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Maxey in at the 1. Forbes the pass to Portis. Almost, but it rolls out. The 76ers leading by 9.
And Dwight Howard, you know, not the same 35-minute a game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up.
Augustine passes to Portis. Here's Craig. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Craig, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Simmons passes to Howard. Back to Simmons. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Craig, and it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defense.
They get it back. And Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 6 points.
Well, and in terms of size, that's a mismatch he'll exploit every time, especially inside.
Lopez drives in, and it's blocked by Simmons.
But the reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
From the arc. Simmons missing again. Bucks trail by 12. The kick out to Holiday. Shoots over Curry. They grab their own miss. He's off on that one. 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Simmons on the wing. Back to Curry. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Well, the big reason why they're in front is because they've been able to limit mistakes like that one.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Korkmaz. And so here is Philadelphia. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
I look forward to seeing which team can dictate the style of play. I mean, that's going to set the tone for this entire series.
Back to Embiid over Lopez. Lopez with the block.
Having to be careful around Lopez. He's solid at timing when to leap up to block shots.
Here's DiVincenzo. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Now the 76ers on the break. Curry with it. He's picked up by Lopez. They kick it out to Green. No good from outside. Bucks trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. He dishes it to Embiid. Back to Harris. Over Holiday. And he overshot that one, missing. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting just 31% in the game. From outside the arc, good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Simmons dishes to Embiid, makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 7. Good work from Drew Holiday.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Simmons finds Embiid. Puts up a 3. Lopez grabs the board. Here's DiVincenzo. Lays it up and banks it in. And now just a 5-point 76ers lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
So that'll be it. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fan. It was Joel Embiid who got hot in the first. He had 10 points, and Joel... And that does it for our halftime show.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Embiid with the steal. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And Embiid throws it down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Mike, whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a poster.
Pass to Holiday. Middleton outside. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. One-on-one here. On its way from Curry for 2. Embiid, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
Look, and when someone's open, Lopez will find him, using his height to see over the defense.
Simmons with it. 8 points for him. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 9.
I mean, stellar work on the offensive back. Indeed, I mean, his reach helps him track down many second-chance opportunities.
Antetokounmpo, no good. The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Harris finds Embiid. Stolen by Middleton. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo, nobody back. And the dunk by Giannis.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
High post, Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Now, Giannis. 9 points in the game so far.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
For Philadelphia, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Timeout called, the Bucks. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
46 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Korkmaz in the corner. They get a hand on it. And now, here comes Augustine leading the break. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Milton in the corner. No good with the triple. Bucks trail by 10. Here's Forbes. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Howard against Portis. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yep, that one goes. Giannis has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 8.
Keep driving it. Get to the free throw.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got Shake Milton. Howard is out there with Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Howard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
Now, look, once Howard establishes himself inside, it's a problem, which is why the defense chooses to foul him.
A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
And both free throws good for Giannis. The 76ers leading by 7. Now here's Milton. Howard up on top. Back to Milton. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Middleton kicks to DiVincenzo. Passes to Giannis. And stolen by Howard. And now Philadelphia on the break. High post, Embiid. Giannis is there. And here's Embiid. 6 to shoot. Here's Milton. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Holiday throws it down.
He's an explosive, athletic guard. And I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
On the wing, Milton. Pass to Maxey. And stolen by DiVincenzo. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey.
Once again, how dominant he is. I mean, once Embiid gets rolling, it's like an avalanche.
Holiday against Simmons. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Not going to go that time. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
The speed is Simmons. It's hard to keep pace, but he excels at using it to capitalize in transition.
And stolen by Simmons. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
On the wing, Giannis. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Antetokounmpo.
And look, you have to give credit to Harris. He is very good at getting his hands up and making shooters feel uneasy.
And here's Simmons for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Middleton outside. To the paint. Here's Holiday. And the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Bucket is good. Lopez has got his first basket of the night.
He's using all that size in the paint. Lopez, he's always excelled when he capitalizes in this area of the court.
Simmons with it. He's picked up by Lopez. And good that time. And the 76ers lead by 9.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
And it's Giannis missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Fires the 3. Simmons missing again. Harris against Holiday. Giannis right side. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Curry. And he gets it back. Here's Middleton. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Milwaukee with the ball. Holiday finds Middleton. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Embiid.
The size of Lopez, I mean, that's difficult to contain, and he's effective at using it to draw fouls.
Both free throws good from Lopez. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It drops.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Here's Thibault. So the 76ers win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
On Wednesday, make sure you head to the cages because all day long, you can jump high and earn double rep. Next weekend.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA. Thursday night.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. We've got Harden. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And it's sent back by Lopez. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Irving. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Harden and the jam by Harden.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Brooklyn with the ball. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Lopez outside. Back to Holiday. Now here's Antetokounmpo. A 26-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Brooklyn with the ball. Following the bucket by the Bucks. Irving drives in. Basket good. You know how this goes, Clark. Some guys check the standings every morning. Others won't look at it at all. They'll try to avoid it. What was your approach?
Well, you know, we were struggling as a team during my time in the NBA with the Pacers, so I wasn't doing too much standing watching. But for those guys that are thinking about it, it varies. Individuals look at it differently. I would be a guy who wouldn't want to see it all the time. That's like getting on the scale every day. That wouldn't serve me too well. And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send them to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe.
Good on the second free throw. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Back to Holiday. Now DiVincenzo. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the layup's good off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Harden against Holiday. Now here's Harden. Not a lot of room. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Super quick in transition. The Greek freak jumping down the throat of the defense with that speed. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs
from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Shamet. Rebound, Milwaukee. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Shamet finds Green. Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Here's Shamet. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. 24 seconds left to play here in the first. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Giannis right side. Here's Brown. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was.
For me personally, I just want to know.
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown. Then there's Irving. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward position.
And DJ Augustine, a veteran guard who's always had an impact when he's on the floor. He gives you leadership, shooting, and playmaking off the bench.
Tell you what, Greg, when he was with the Pacers during my time working for the team, I really grew to appreciate and respect his game even more than I did from a distance. You're exactly right. I mean, he's a barometer for just about any team he's played on, and that when he plays well, it lifts everybody else's game. That's just the kind of experienced, calming effect veteran he is.
Fires the 3. Offensive rebound, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Nets trail by 5. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Irving, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Holiday comes in for Pat Connaughton. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in. Bucks leading by 5. And here's Holiday. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Brown the pass to Irving. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
Yep, that one goes in there. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Here's Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Brook Lopez. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. And the jam by Harden.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Middleton outside. Trying to get open is Lopez.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Jumps up, and Harden with the stuff.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Harden against Holiday. Middleton outside. The shot's good.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Harden dishes to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, credit Holiday for getting to the line on that one. With his quickness and length, I'd like to see him do that more often.
Giannis, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And the Nets making a change here as well. Shamet's checked in. Harden outside. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. And it's good. 2 points. Harris has got his first points of the game.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Middleton trying to break free. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And that's exactly why Antetokounmpo is so loved. I mean, his ability to make the right call, the right decision, and pick and roll sets, that's why he's involved in those sets as much as he is.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Well, how about the concentration of Antetokounmpo? I mean, he expects to get hit when he's taking it strong to the rim and still is able to muscle his way through contact.
Harden the pass to Harris. Back to Harden. Inside, and so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton comes in for Drew Holiday.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days. And as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
Durant, some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Stolen by Harden. And finished off by KD.
gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 20. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance. That one drops for him. Giannis has got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
And that's exactly what he's looking to do more and more. Lopez creating for his teammates.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Harden left side. Irving for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
Here's Irving. It doesn't go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
The Bucks making a switch here. Forbes checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Joe Harris. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis comes in for Brook Lopez, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Then for the Nets, Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Brown, and it's Tyler Johnson in for James Harden. Here's Giannis. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his second basket of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Irving. From down in the low post, it goes.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
And Forbes kicks to Antetokounmpo. Now the pass to Portis. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And Antetokounmpo on the follow. Giannis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Griffin. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Tell you what, I could watch this move and this movie all night long. Irving doing a nice job getting his team quality shots.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. Middleton on the wing from past the arc. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, this is a staple, a pillar of Irving's attack. You got to be up on him or he'll pull up on a dime.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving leading the charge.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Bucks leading by 6. Augustine passes to Portis. In the corner, Middleton with it. Here's Giannis. Great D that time from Griffin. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Here's Irving. Griffin trying to get open. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Irving.
No fault with the defense there. Sometimes Irving is just too much and too good, even from in close.
Here's Middleton. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Bucks lead by 6.
Middleton so good under pressure. He's always composed and under control.
Now Irving. The rebound by Middleton.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
And the dunk by Giannis.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Let's keep it alive. Second chance shot. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half. Milwaukee leading by 6. Antetokounmpo looking it over. To the paint. Portis kicks to Giannis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Timeout. Timeout.
It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And quite honestly, guys, Antetokounmpo, get that name right, folks. He's one of the most unique, talented players in the league. I mean, long arms, which really create a lot of problems for the defenders, whether he's passing or shooting.
Timeout called, the Nets. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
The first free throw is good. That one misses. Harden inside the three-point line, and that one released in time, but no good.
Yeah, I don't want to dismiss the defensive chops of Antetokounmpo. I mean, he is so good at handling himself on the defensive end, whether he's guarding his own guy or in position to help his teammates.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Brown. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point. Harden against Holiday. High arcing shot. Lopez passes to Holiday. The tray. And no good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Brown kicks to KD. To the middle. There's the steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. That one rolling around and rims out. Nets trail by 7. The drive by Jordan. Sweet little floater.
Hey, I don't think you can underestimate Jordan's effectiveness off the drive. I mean, he's got really good mobility, underrated mobility for a big guy.
Holiday, no one around him. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an
the power on that throwdown.
Goodness.
Now this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
Holiday against Harden. And that one, good.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
13 feet away. And too long on the shot. Bucks leading by 5. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Guarded by Harden. Back to DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. 5 on the clock. Craig. The rebound by the Nets. It's Harden with the drive. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. And Holiday kicks to Craig. Over to the left wing. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Trying to get open is Lopez. But they recover it. Connaughton passes to Craig. That one good for 2. Craig's got his first points in this one.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for Torrey Craig. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin's checked in for Durant. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Down low. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist from Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks lead by 5. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Left side Irving. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Count that one. Irving's got 21.
Yes, indeedy. Irving giving you much in the clutch.
Giannis with it. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Brown comes in for Harris. Brown kicks to Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Giannis dishes to Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
Durant's checked in for Blake Griffin. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and clearly an intentional foul. Looks like they'd rather take their chances with him at the line.
And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Irving double team. Kicks it out to Harden. And the Nets miss again.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Open shot, Holiday. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Brooklyn ball.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Durant for three. And Lopez pulls it down. From deep three-point range. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. It was David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and 2K Sports. And with pregame.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
It does indeed. Thanks, David. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounds.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward. And for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Irving at the point guard position.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up. And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Here's Simmons. And it's KD with the rebound. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on. That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And on the way from Irving for three. Another miss by Irving.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Curry against Harris. Curry kicks to Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Over Jordan. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And the man just brings his lunch pail and goes to work. What sets Embiid apart is he does it with such ease.
Here's Irving. Green with the block. And he's able to get it back. Jordan finds Harris. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Here's Embiid. Jordan with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can...
Well, Kevin Durant with a little crafty creativity. KD at the rim.
Durant with the steal. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Simmons against KD. To the inside. And stolen by Jordan. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. Pull-up jumper. And it falls over the rim and in. Durant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, Kevin Durant's looking at the defender like, hey, if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it.
Here's Simmons. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And James Harden subbed in for Landry Shamet.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the second free throw, good.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
Now, here is Harden. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
I'll tell you, running the pick and roll to perfection right there is Dwight Howard. Nice, strong roll to the cup.
Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. The kick out to Irving. It's good from long range. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Well, this is the beauty of Kyrie Irving. You think of him as a creator, but this guy in a catch and shoot just as lethal.
Here's Maxey, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Irving from long range. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Boy, guys, the powerful physical frame of Dwight Howard, so problematic for a defense.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Harden. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The 76ers have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Milton the pass to Howard. Basket counts. Howard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, tremendous touch right there. Dwight Howard being aggressive and wanting to dominate inside.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Green in at the power forward. Now here's Harden, defended by Thibault. It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Howard, the pass to Maxey. Back to Howard. Banked in off the glass. And that's now 10 points for Howard. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
It's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will say. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Philadelphia shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Harris finds Irving.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity. Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Curry, wide open, cans it from downtown. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the 76ers.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And the shot goes in. Simmons got 7.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's KD. Irving against Simmons. Irving passes to Shannon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Curry kicks to Simmons. Out to the right wing. Embiid with it. He's picked up by KD. Embiid against KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in. 1:04 left in the second quarter. 76ers moving the ball around. And here they come. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And he just jams him right over Ben Simmons. Wow.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
41 seconds left here in the second. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Outside Curry. He kicks to Harris. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting, but there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Harden dishes to Harris. Takes a 3, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And
Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. And with all the stars on the 70. And
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3. Nobody near Irving. Hits the 3-point bomb. Irving's got 13.
There's a marksmanship from Kyrie Irving. The lightning quick release. Boy, defender better have his hands up and ready.
Embiid finds Curry. The 3-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 9. Here's Durant. Shot is good off the back rim and in. He has 6.
Kevin Durant plays with great pace. He never allows the defense to speed him up. Just a pretty pull-up jumper.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Shamet with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Curry passes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Crafty and smooth. Simmons tearing up the Nets. He is definitely a rising star.
For 3, Harris drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got his second bucket.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul. Jeff Green is checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for Landry Shamet. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Green. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Seth Curry. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nets.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Outside Irving. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
And they continue to control the glass.
Pass to Maxey. Good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Nets trail by 8. Irving looking for an opening. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
What's incredible to me is Kyrie Irving at 6'3". Does he possess incredible eye-popping athleticism? No. But he can create his own shot anytime he wants, and his finishing ability is as good as it gets in the NBA.
Maxey passes to Howard. Milton in the corner. Now, here's Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
It doesn't get any higher percentage than that. Dwight Howard, no doubt, on the dunk.
Puts up a 3. No good from Irving.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
And the pass to Thybulle. Back to Korkmaz. And 1:01 left in the third. Howard, good.
This is a lethal combination of size and skill. Dwight Howard doing work.
Irving for 3. Claxton the pass to Irving. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Passes it to Milton. And the layup is good. Milton's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Nets trail by 11. Now Irving. He's got 20. Another miss by Irving.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Claxton the pass to Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And that's a momentum shifter, a steal leading straight to the basket.
The 76ers leading by 9. Here's Maxey. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Irving. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Landry Shamet. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Curry is inside. He's covered by Shamet. 4 on the clock. Here's Embiid. And then jammed down as he goes right over DeAndre Jordan.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
And he commits the intentional foul. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. On the wing, Harden. And the rejection by Embiid.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's KD. And the first one drops. And so Durant nails them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
It's Harden with the drive. That shot off the mark. Good D by Embiid. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's the lob for Harris. The rebound by Harden.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load.
Durant way outside. Embiid with the steal. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. This is the most they've led by 13 points. The dish to Simmons. Embiid with it, and it's Harden picking him up, and the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. Irving against Curry. Back to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Over Jordan. And the shot is long.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
The Nets trail by 13. And on the way from Irving for 3. That one doesn't drop. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Pass to Embiid. 13 feet away. Rebounded by the Nets.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
He rifled that one in from distance. Irving's got 25 points in the game.
And they have been relentless
from deep, and you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
From deep, it's hauled in by Harris. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Simmons finds Embiid. Outside, Simmons. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. But they'll get another chance. It's stolen by Green. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Simmons against Durant. Simmons left side, 6 to shoot, and Embiid throws it down.
And that interior presence of Embiid, guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Irving for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Irving's got it back down to single digits for the Nets.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Simmons passes to Green. Pass to Embiid. Over Claxton. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Now the 76ers with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lets it go from deep, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. .11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here is Johnson. From deep. Offline. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll...
But yeah, rebounding wing, if you build them right, might be the best.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sport. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
A look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. And Holiday, here we go. Count that bucket. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Now here's Simmons. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Simmons passes to Embiid. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running, and the dunk by Giannis.
Open up the floodgates and let Giannis run through. What a joy to watch him in transition.
High post, Embiid. Back to Simmons. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Simmons got 6.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Clock at 4. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way establishing the attitude you want. An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
On the wing, Harris. Antetokounmpo defending. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, guarding Antetokounmpo is really difficult because of how awkward he can get around the floor and how much space he can take up.
And they double up Simmons. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Good, and Harris gets the assist. He's got 8.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Harris against Giannis. And Embiid pulls it down. For the Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Wow, hammering it in!
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Simmons against Holiday. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Philadelphia is shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe, and he can't get the first one.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year, Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Danny Green.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Maxey passes to Howard. And here's Maxey. The drive by Simmons. Great D that time from Portis.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Simmons inside. Headed by Augustine. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Bucks trail by 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Augustine. And he uses the glass on the layup. Augustine's got his second bucket tonight.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Maxey passes to Howard. Now, here's Maxey. Howard kicks to Milton. Back to Howard. Passes to Korkmaz. A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Howard.
I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. 76ers ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
And so in the game for the 76ers, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
That reach of Dwight Howard's is so impressive. A dominant shot blocker and a tremendous athlete.
Here's Middleton. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Maxey. Count the basket. Maxey's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Antetokounmpo.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
Maxey passes to Howard. Good work there as it goes. Howard's got his second basket of the game. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Now, here's Maxey. He's tightly guarded. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. The 2K leaderboard is on the screen now to reveal the dominant scores in the NBA over the last month. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Second, Joel Embiid.
What a threat both of these guys have proven to be, especially over this stretch. Scoring machines.
Philadelphia leading by 5. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. Danny Green, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Seth Curry in for Maxey.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Holiday, no one around him. No good. That would have tied it. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 3-point lead. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other, as this is the first of 4 contests between them this year.
And hopefully this one sets the tone for what we're going to see in the other 3 games against these teams. They'll both be sort of measuring each other out here in the first quarter.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Utah Jazz. Here's Giannis. And Embiid with the block. Curry kicks to Embiid. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
For 3, Middleton. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And that interior presence of Embiid, guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Harris. That one goes in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Curry finds Thibault. Back to Curry. And there's the pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Giannis. Good D by Embiid.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... And this talented 76ers team, they are loaded in their starting five. Jack, how long is that window? That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Pass to Embiid. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Down low, and Embiid throws it down.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. On the wing, Giannis. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Holiday against Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Fires the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Giannis throws it down.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Got a piece of it. Portis, the pass to Craig. Augustine dishes to Lopez. Another shot. Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Here's Maxey. Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Eibel's checked in. They swipe it. And now Philadelphia on the break. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Passes it to Milton. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Holiday. 1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Howard, and he banks in the layup. And now a 6-point 76ers lead.
I don't know how many times even Dwight Howard feels the contact down there, but it happens often. He converts despite it.
Back to Holiday. Middleton right side. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Antetokounmpo does such a great job of using all he has at his disposal, which is mostly his frame in drawing contact.
And both free throws good for Giannis. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here's Milton. Defended by DiVincenzo. And Howard with the stuff.
That's the way to put your vertical to good use. Dwight Howard on the jam.
Bucks trail by 6. Outside Holiday. Right block shot. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Holiday's got 6 points. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The pass to Maxey. Lobbed up there for Howard.
Well, I love how determined Dwight Howard is there on the offensive end. When he gets the ball in that good spot, nobody's going to stop him.
On the wing, Giannis. Gets it off. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. 76ers on top. They're up by 6. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Howard is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward position. Augustine up top. He's guarded by Howard. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for DJ Wilson. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Brent Forbes. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. Lopez with the steal. Embiid with the steal. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
The drive by Simmons. And it's in there. And now a 10-point Philadelphia lead.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Embiid.
Holiday perks up a little bit when he gets to the inside, knowing that there's the possibility of some contact.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers. That's tipped. Stolen by Holiday. The finish. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Fire on both ends of the floor. That's what Drew Holiday is playing with and letting his defense manufacture some of his offense.
And here is Simmons. Cloak loose. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And, guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load.
Here's Giannis. And the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers leading by 8. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Shot from free throw range. No good off the back of the rim.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And that one's good from Connaughton.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Simmons against Holiday. Simmons inside. Embiid inside. Lopez is there. And the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
So many things have changed around Drew Holiday. The one thing that's been a constant is that he's a hard worker, such a great all-around player who likes to be a leader, and he has been for this ball club.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. Here's Holiday. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Now we've seen Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's covered closely. Lopez finds Giannis. So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Well, the improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
DJ Augustine's checked in for the Bucks. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Lopez, and Simmons slams it in.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Lopez gets to Holiday. Giannis high post. Harris is there. The offensive rebound. Lopez, no up. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
Now Simmons. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they double up Simmons. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the 76ers now. Shot clock at 5. Kicks to Embiid. From the arc. They get it again to the paint. Outside, Simmons. From deep three-point range, no good. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going.
Kevin, thanks very much.
GA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with Harris. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Shamet in at the 2 guard. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for James Harden. Outside Irving from downtown. Rebounded by the Bucks. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
But, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Irving.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Now here is Holiday. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Pass to Giannis. 5 to shoot. Giannis is double. The kick out to Holiday. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And he comes up with the deuce. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Durant against Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Now, here is Irving. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And it was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Kyrie Irving. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the double up Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Irving. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Another miss by Irving. Here's Milwaukee now. Trailing by 2. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. Sinks the three-pointer.
Man, what a special player Antetokounmpo is, sharing the sugar there. The vision he showed, nice job finding the open man.
Now here's Irving. 6 points for him. Lopez with the block, and he gets it back. Moves back up. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And the double up Antetokounmpo. On the wing, DiVincenzo. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Hey, I've always said rebounding is timing and tenacity, but if you got long arms, that helps too, and the Greek Freak has plenty of reach.
Now the Bucks moving it up. Holiday is running. For Milwaukee, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Holiday looking for an opening. And Forbes kicks to Holiday. Takes the 3. Forbes can't get it to go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Portis after the basket by Brooklyn, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Bucks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And the technical free throw is good.
Middleton's so highly productive and consistent. A steady contributor night in and night out.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Harden can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shot from 12. And the Bucks miss again. The Nets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. No good from Connaughton. Brooklyn trailing. And here we go. Harden's shot is off. Fast break, Milwaukee. Tries from 16. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1. The pass to Portis. It's stolen by Harris. It's Harden with the drive. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, are you kidding me? And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Gets it down to Middleton. The Bucks getting another chance here. Augustine, that's good.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Nets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the 7th. Harden against Augustine. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
I've got a word for Harden. It's indefatigable. Say that real fast, which basically means he's tireless. Even when he's carrying the whole offense, he's got great energy and stamina.
Portis. That shot is off. The Nets go the other way with it. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays,
picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Jeff Green. Landry Shamet's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for Harris. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Craig kicks to DiVincenzo. From deep. The rebound by Harden. And here are the Nets. They're on a 15-4 run. And the jam by Harden.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. The challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Holiday against Irving. Over Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Irving takes advantage of any mistakes defenders make, so you've got to recognize how crafty he is.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now, Antetokounmpo. Last game, 26 points. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Great positioning on the putback. Shamet's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Irving against Lopez. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got 9.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Here's Irving. No good. Excellent D there from Holiday. Bucks trail by 8. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The Bucks have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the...
My goodness. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with the... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 21 points. Well, Durant. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of it.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 roaming the paint. And that one's good. Shamet.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Brooklyn leading by 4. To the inside. Irving lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 11.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
It's Durant on the wing, covered by Giannis. KD's shot is good. KD's got his first points of the night.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Harden against Lopez. And the jam by Harden.
Love when Harden uses that great leaping ability to finish with power.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Passes it to Shamet. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Irving. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Harden outside. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Good, nice job down low. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
And one of the things about Harden is he is incredible at scoring despite getting hit. I mean, astonishing to me how he maintains his focus on these shots.
Here's Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lopez. The Bucks working the ball around. The shot by Holiday, no good. Nets leading by 3. Here's Irving. Finished off the break. Irving's got 13.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Giannis passes to Middleton. Middleton on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. Middleton's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bucks.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
And contact on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, double-checking, and the game continues on.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Forbes can't get it to go. Nets leading by 6 from about 19 feet. Here's Irving in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Connaughton, and Jordan sends it back.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
That one goes. Count it. Harden's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And so... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We've got Irving. Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, and it's Durant in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And now we've got the intentional foul. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. And so it's Milwaukee with it. It's a 10-point game. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Giannis. Lopez has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Bucks. Harden against DiVincenzo. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Harden's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Nets. Irving against DiVincenzo. Lopez kicks to Holiday. Middleton on the wing. Kept alive. Here's Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. Middleton for 3. Drills it from outside.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
Holiday against Irving. Now the dish to Griffin. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Brooklyn making some changes. Joe Harris is checked in for Durant, and Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Back to Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. Nets leading by 5. Irving looking for an opening. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 19 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Irving drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots. Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
Here's Holiday. Hangs in the air. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Lopez.
When you have a reliable big man like Lopez who can get you buckets like that, it's really such an asset for a team.
Here's Irving. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 5.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And Giannis throws it down.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Irving's shot is good.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Bucks trail by 5, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Harden in for Landry Shamet. And the jam by Harden.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Nets leading by 7. Irving drives in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, on the drive, Irving probably anticipates the foul there or even expects it. He's too sharp to let it surprise you.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. On the wing, DiVincenzo. They get it back. Another shot. Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And here's Brooklyn. They have a 9-point lead. Harden with it. Inside, here's Brown. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Brown's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. No good, unable to end this run. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
So the Nets starting five. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
The Nets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And it's clear that the Beard is a special player, a clutch performer. He loves to play the game of basketball.
Simmons looking it over. Harris passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Harden left side. Down low. Here's Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Simmons on the wing. 17 points for him last game against Utah.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Harden against Simmons. And the rejection by Embiid.
Oh, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. The 76ers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set. But I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. You know, if you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue is.
He does so many different things on the court. Durant practically forcing the defender to foul him on the drive.
The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And some changes here for the 76ers. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Brown comes in for Landry Shamet.
Oh, just spectacular in the open floor. When Harden's coming downhill, you're at his mercy.
The 76ers trailing. Now, here's Maxey. Out to Harris. Green, the pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here is Harden. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Embiid, the pass to Harris. Back to Embiid. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
Very difficult to deal with inside. I mean, once Embiid gets the positioning he wants, you almost have to foul him.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. Then for the Nets, Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. And it goes down 2 points.
One of the best point guards in the league. You're getting inside and finishing. Kyrie Irving.
Out to the right wing. And stolen by Harris. Here's Irving. Rebound by the 76ers. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
Yeah, controlling the flow of second chance opportunities is the key. I mean, something they'll try to replicate tonight.
Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. And the Nets making a change here as well. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Blake Griffin. The 76ers leading by 3. And that one's good. Korkmaz.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Irving. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Here's Maxey. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Milton the pass to Maxey. Now the feed to Howard. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good, Irving. Here's Milton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Here's Maxey. Now Milton. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Six seconds left to play in the first, and the shot is good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
On its way from Irving for two, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A big time. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Matisse Thybulle. Howard is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Simmons in at the one spot. Now here's Simmons following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Howard trying to free himself up.
Improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Simmons against Irving off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Three-pointer. Jordan dishes to Irving. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Irving. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Korkmaz. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Simmons passes to Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close. Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Simmons dishes to Howard. Simmons inside. He's covered by Brown. Does not find the mark. He's made two and missed one now. Nobody near Irving. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, Gio. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Here's Thybulle following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Mike Scott comes in for Korkmaz. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Then for the Nets, Kevin Durant's checked in for Brown. And it's Harden in for Irving. Back to Harden. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Now just a 4-point Philadelphia lead. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Shamet. Embiid, no good. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against the Rockets in Houston.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
And they were connecting. And when they're connecting like that, they're hard to beat. Their accuracy from outside, just incredible. Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin comes in for Jordan. And it's Green in for Nicholas Claxton. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Harden with the stuff.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. He can defend at a high level. So fun watching him play.
Now, here's Maxey. He's looking for Embiid and finds him.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curbs a 10-0 run by Brooklyn.
Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
He's a top-tier scorer in this game. I mean, Harden only needs a few shots to fall, and then it's like watching a volcano erupt.
Maxey passes to Scott. On the wing, Milton to the middle. Thibault on the wing. The kick out to Scott. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off, and they pick up 2. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now, here's Maxey. He's covered by Shamet. Maxey, no good. Here we go, one-on-one. And he commits the intentional foul. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of the game. Harden, no good.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was Joel Embiid who got hot in the first. He ended up with 19 points. Thanks for joining.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
The blocks are impressive, no doubt, but his intimidation factor actually prevents certain shots from ever being taken at all.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Durant, Harden out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at the 3. For the lead, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He doesn't take his foot off the gas. I mean, Harden attacks the D, either finishes or gets the foul. And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Curry. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the foul on Joe Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Back to Simmons.
And Harden showing great strides of improvement on D, really doing his best to bother shooters.
Durant kicks to Shamet. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jed, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. Averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Here's Simmons. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Shamet with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Brooklyn shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's KD. It's good from the top of the key. Durant's got the lead up to 8 now for Brooklyn.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Now here's Simmons. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout. It's just to try to settle things down.
Durant, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The 76ers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Some changes for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin comes in for Jordan. And it's Green in for Durant. Pass to Howard. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown's got the ball. That one's not going to go. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. To the paint. Here's Howard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the bucket by the Nets. Maxey passes to Milton. Just 5 to shoot. And Howard with the stuff.
Howard can still wreck the rim when he gets in deep.
Nets leading by 5. Irving with it. And it's Howard picking him up. Top of the key, Griffin. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Scott. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Maxey. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Landry Shamet comes in for Bruce Brown. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. And the 76ers with some changes. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Shake Milton. Simmons passes to Howard. And the basket is good. Howard's got 6.
Oh, that's just too much strength from Howard. A little contact doesn't bother him in the least.
And stolen by Simmons. And there it is for him. Now it's just a 3-point Brooklyn lead. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Irving looking over the floor. And stolen by Simmons. Now the 76ers on the break. There's the pass to Thybulle. And it's blocked. Tries again. And that one drops for him. Thybulle's got his first basket.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
We got 22 seconds left in the third. Irving can't get it to go. And so they foul intentionally. 76ers have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And it's tied up with that one.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on his stroke.
Curry kicks to Embiid. Outside for Curry. Lets it go with the 3. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Nets lead by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
This is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Outside Curry. Inside, here's Harris, and it's blocked by Jordan. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Nets leading by 3. Harden left side. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and Harden is so quick to the cup, just exposing the weak defense with his speed.
Right side Simmons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First free throw is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And Harris drops them both.
Yeah, he was the 19th pick of the 2011 NBA draft. I mean, Harris entered the league after a quality year as a Tennessee Volunteer.
And it's Harden slamming it down.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Now here's Simmons. And it's blocked by Jordan. Harris dishes to Embiid. And Curry has it in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid. But I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
Shamet the pass to Harden. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Jordan high post. 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Harden. Lots of room. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
KD looking around. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Durant. Harden's got 29.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
And Simmons kicks to Green. To the inside. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Jordan. And Harden with the stuff.
No, even with contact, the defense isn't enough to slow Harden. I mean, just a guy who gets it done on his drives to the rack.
And that's an intentional foul. And Philadelphia making a change here. Milton's checked in. Then for the Nets, Brownie's checked in for Griffin. Johnson comes in for Landry Shamet. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Simmons. And the dunk by Embiid.
I like seeing Embiid rise to the occasion. He knows how to capitalize during important stretches of games.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And stolen by Simmons. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
Here's Brown. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Irving for three, and the Nets another three.
You want to know what sets up Irving's drives? I mean, his ability to hit from distance, his handles, his game. He has it all.
Now here's Simmons. Down low. Embiid, the pass to Harris. Now here's Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
Real athleticism. I mean, for a bigger guy, Embiid really knows how to drop the hammer.
Outside Irving. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Fires from 14. Durant. Rebound by Joel Embiid. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Milton. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
A seasoned vet with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remains calm under pressure.
Simmons inside. Brown on him. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Demonstrating how valuable he is in the clutch. Simmons is calm, cool, and collected in these moments.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. And that'll be his third foul so far. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And then for Brooklyn, Joe Harris is checked in for Bruce Brown. Andrew Shannon comes in for Tyler Johnson. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Curry's checked in for Shake Milton. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Durant. Shannon with it. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well.